today is a big deal. I'm interested to see what we're going to talk about tomorrow morning from today. But either way, here we go. Okay, first and foremost, this is Trump and Putin meeting in Alaska. Here's that video. I think here's that video anyway. I'm pretty sure that was what was next in the thing. Here we go. All right, this is President Trump and Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Iconic. It really is. It's iconic. It's the first time that a Russian president has come onto American soil for a one-on-one meeting, and I can't remember how long it was, but even this was a whole thing. The whole setup, the whole backdrop, I want everybody to think about this, okay? They took pictures and they did a joint press conference in front of step and repeats that said, seeking peace or something like that. I mean, like the whole thing is Vladimir Putin's not stupid. He can read it. It's like, okay, chasing peace or something. I can't remember exactly what it said. Probably when we get to the things in a minute, but it had peace on the background. Like Vladimir Putin knew, like, okay, we're here to talk about this, right? Now, they had a one-on-one meeting again, because like I told you on Friday, the European leaders were upset that they weren't involved in this, okay? Because they also had meetings about not just peace, but I'm telling you, they had nuclear trade deals and they had commerce meetings about a partnership between America and Russia. And the Europeans are not happy about that because right now, as we talk about things, as we get new technology, I told you guys about the Arctic shipping ports and all this kind of stuff that the U.S. and Russia have predominant control over. And if they come up with an agreement between each other, they no longer have to involve Europe in getting supplies sent back and forth across the board. Europe's not happy about this. And what's happening today kind of proves my point a little bit more. All right, but let's keep moving on. Let's go. Let's go. Now, this was a baller move. Can we get some American flags for this? Not only did we fly B-52 bombers over, this guy's walking Vladimir Putin in front of all the airplanes that will murder all the Russians if things go bad at the same time. like at the same time that the B-52s are coming by, like, oh yeah, by the way, you know what people used to think were UFOs? Those are ours. And yeah, like we will kill you, just so you know. We will kill you across the board.
Yeah, that was definitely not a, hey, look at the plane. No, that was a, hey, Vladimir, check. If you can see that, that was exactly what that is.
Well, not only that, but I mean, look at are those the Raptors behind them? I mean, having that kind of artillery there just as they're walking into, I mean, those things are wicked, man. I've seen some stuff behind those.
Pause right there, Todd. Go back just a little bit. Keep going, Tony.
I was just saying, I mean, just walking by and you can see those things and you can see those planes there, and just the whole setup was just a powerful moment where Trump is walking up with them and saying, look, these things can kill your pilots anytime. And, oh, yeah, by the way, we have this flying overhead.
Correct.
Just in case.
Correct. And I want everybody, look, and maybe this is just how my brain works. And I acknowledge that my brain works a little bit different than other people. But look at the platform they're fixing to stand on. Alaska 2025. That was built just for this occasion. Like, that's not something they just pulled out just because. No, they built it specifically for this. What does that mean? That means that this is much further along than they're letting on across the board. Like, am I the only one that sees that comment? Yes or no, if you agree with that.
That's a solid point.
Like that's not just something that they just pull out. Like, we just had this sitting in the shed. We thought we'd pull this out. No, they had it made specifically for this. Like,
sitting in the shed.
I'm serious. Like those are the things that you have to think about, and those are the things that you have to remember across the board. Is this thing, and I believe I said this Friday. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. But I believe I said the same thing, that I believe that this thing is further along than they're letting on, like across the board. And anyway, so, but let's keep going now with this. So the next thing is, the Krasenton brothers, as gay as they are, they had something to say. I think so. We've got nothing.
Yeah,
on the
hang
screen. And, 3,
2.
Boom, there we go. All right. Brian Krasisten or whatever his name is, said that they should have had snipers in Anchorage, Alaska, ready to take him out as soon as he shrugged. Now, here's my statement. One, he's probably talking about Putin, but he just as well could have been talking about the president. I think
That's
the
true.
FBI should be kicking down his door. And then he goes down and says, correction, we should poison him instead, make it less obvious. I think Dan Bongino and Kash Patel should pay him a visit. If you agree with that, comment yes or no in the chat, because he didn't specify who he's talking about in that. What if he's talking, one, it's not good for him to be talking about Putin that way in a meeting such as this, but two, what if he's talking about President Trump? We all know that they don't like President Trump. That seems like an active threat that should be investigated against the commander-in-chief of the United States.
Again, can I just point out that
They suck.
Absolutely. But we're over here talking about peace and what President Trump is trying to do with Putin there and Zelensky. He's trying to promote peace, and all these leftists are all talking about assassinating a world leader. I mean, can you imagine if we actually assassinated Putin while he was here? It would be World War III.
Correct.
It would literally be World War III. These guys are freaking moron.
Correct. And that's where these people, like there should be repercussions for actions across the board. And this guy needs to be dealt with. The Krasisten, first of all, nobody knows how to pronounce their actual dang
I thought they
names.
moved to Asia.
I don't know. I just know they're gay. That's all I know is, and probably not literally gay.
And they're like this tall.
But like they are. Like, not in the sexuality way, but like in the you suck kind of way. Like, like anyway, okay. Bring it back. That's all I'm saying. All right, but moving on. Here we go. Okay. So this is where they announced that a agreement has been reached. Okay, so let's play this.
I would like to hope that the agreement that we've reached together will help us bring closer that goal and will pave the path towards peace in Ukraine. We expect that Kiev and European capitals will perceive that constructively and that they won't throw a wrench in the works. They will not make any attempts to use some backroom dealings to conduct provocations to torpedo the nascent progress.
Okay, pursuing peace. I told you, like again. So here you go. This is a huge step and repeat. This is not just something that they had lying around. Like, you know what I mean? Like they had this thing made for this deal. So they say that an agreement has been reached, which I think is very interesting language. What that means is Putin has said, okay, if you can get Zelensky to sign off on this, we'll sign the peace deal. I also think that everything else that I just said is accurate. I think they've come up with a nuclear trade deal that we've talked about, and I think they came up with some kind of economical commerce trading import-export deal through the Arctic routes at the top of the world here. That's what I think. So I think an agreement between America and Russia, and this is why the EU was mad that they weren't there, because they know that America, it is in our best interest to eliminate the middleman, which is Europe. It is in our best interest and Russia's best interest for us to just have an agreement together.
Do you think that they have a couple of agreements in place, not just to your point here, because like the agreement that says, this is our agreement if Zelensky comes to the table and he signs off on it. But if that doesn't happen because Zelensky is a tool, we can have this other agreement between you and the U.S. and Russia, just in case Zelensky doesn't come to the table. Do you think they have something like that in place, or it all comes down to whatever happens with Zelensky today?
I mean, I think the peace comes down to whatever happens with Zelensky today. But I think that the deal with Russia goes through no matter what.
No matter what?
That's what I think.
But don't make no mistake about it. There ain't, I can't think of one country in this world that wants to see a Russia-America alliance. They're terrified. That's why all those leaders are coming here. They don't want that to happen.
And here's the thing that a lot of people need to understand. And for the comment that said I said the word like too much. So look, this is like what, like they need to do. Look, here's the thing. Like they need to have like a meeting, because if they don't have like a meeting to do this, then it's just going to be like nothing happened. Like, you know, like, do you understand like what I'm talking about when I say like how big of a deal this is? Cause like, you know, this could be like the biggest thing like ever. And can you shut up now, dummy?
I mean, to your point, Todd, I see what you're saying. Yeah, a U.S.-Russia alliance would be very scary, but you know, I always see it as keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I mean, obviously, Russia and China are our biggest threats. So yeah, if we can keep them, you know.
Well, dude, it's nothing but beneficial to us, both, you know, financially and military wise. You're talking about the two top dog nuclear superpowers in the world. Like,
correct.
No. Like, bro, no. Nobody wants that smoke, I promise.
Anyway, all I'm saying is this. Putin, not a good guy. Zelensky, not a good guy. Russia and America having a trade agreement together, good for everybody. It just is. It just is. And people can put their emotions in there like, we hate Putin. Okay, I don't like him either. But it still doesn't negate the fact that there are three superpowers in this country. America's number one, and China and Russia are fighting for number two. Comes down to all to that.
100%.
So we can nitpick and we can Monday morning quarterback all we want to. Trump is doing what's best for America. Yes, he wants peace to happen between Ukraine and Russia. But if Zelensky don't want to play ball, fine. America and Russia are going to make it happen for the both of us. He's already let Zelensky know, like, you're not my favorite dude. There's a part of me that could care less. I don't want people to die, but if you're going to be a moron and not do it, then I'm going to take care of America interests.
I'll say it for you. I'm totally over it. I'm 100% over it, like 1,000,000%. Because as I've said before, if Putin wants Ukraine, ain't nothing Zelensky can do about it.
Correct.
And so you can either come to the table and lose this much, or you cannot come to the table and lose the whole thing. It's up to you, Slick.
Correct. And how you know that Donald Trump is on the right track? Let's go to that photo of Trump and Putin, Todd. And this is how you know that Trump is actually doing something right. Because the fake news media is wanting to try to spin things. So this was a photo that the White House posted saying that the goal is always peace. And it kind of looks like Trump might be upset, maybe, but if you look at the guy next to him, it kind of looks, they seem to be looking at something. But either way, the fake news media says that Trump was pissed at Putin because Putin made a laughing stock out of Donald Trump and steamrolled him and all this other stuff. So then we found this video, and let's make the video like bigger, Todd, and watch this. Does this look like he's furious? They're kind of laughing. They're kind of joking. Vladimir Putin's laughing and giggling. Trump's laughing and giggling. That really looks like two guys that are pissed off at each other, doesn't it? After a big old press conference. Look at that.
Looks like they're about to throw hands.
Look, if you hate the media, I want you to, this is going to look real bad if people just tune in, but I want you to comment hate in the chat right now. I just want you to comment hate. If you hate the media, I want you to type the word hate.
I mean, we've said
in the chat.
We've said it so many times before, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, I mean, even Fox sometimes, they're lying to you and they're just they're spinning stuff so it can just have it's clickbait more than anything, because you know that's what people tune in for. So it's just obviously our programs like ours that we debunk a lot of the stuff that's happening in the media here, but you know a lot of people, they still keep going back to the cable channels and they're just getting lied.
There's a whole lot of hate in this chat right now.
yeah, there is. I love it. Well, also, I want to go to Putin laying the flowers down. So in Alaska, a lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of like war tributes to Russia and America in World War II. And so Putin made it a point to go to all these places and show respect in this regard. Again, something he didn't have to do. This is not me saying I love Putin. I'm not saying anything like that at all in any way. I'm just saying that symbolism is a big deal in these type of situations here. That's all I'm trying to say.
Ooh.
And at the end of the day, this is what he was supposed to do, and he did it.
Well,
He
I know
didn't have
this.
to do
He
it.
keeps doing the cross. That jacket's gonna catch on fire. I know that.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, Joe Biden too. But either way, the point is, again, I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm saying he's doing what he's supposed to do in these situations. So I did like to see that. But then we find out that Melania Trump sends a letter to Putin as well. Quote, Mr. Putin, you can single-handedly restore their melodic laughter, talking about children in the era. Quote, in protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Can we get some American flags for our amazing First Lady here? A lot of times, First Lady is just kind of like step in, check the box, look pretty, and all this other kind of stuff. Melania Trump she actually does the work to try to get some stuff rolling to help her husband out in these situations here. Okay, I thought that this was an amazing thing that she did.
Can I just ask a completely off-topic question? In what world does that signature say Melania Trump?
The same world that Donald Trump's signature says
it
Donald
looks like
Trump.
she's drawing the mountains in Colorado.
I can kind of make Melania out. I can't make Trump out in that. I can make Melania out, but not Trump. All
Sorry.
right, let's get to Trump getting in at 3 a.m. here. This is Donald Trump, 20 hours, okay? The man's in his elderly years at this point, but you wouldn't know it. 3 a.m. in the morning, there he is, 20-hour day, working for us, the American people. While the mainstream media continue to lie about him, he's working for America and he's working for peace all at the same time.